difference between waking and being conscious. And I started picking at my face. I used the tweezers and like the end of my glasses to poke. My skin's still pretty nice, but I think I will have scarred it in some places because the harder I pick, like right here, look, I picked at that. I can't help it. I want to know what it is. There's nothing in there. I've been pushing and picking for so long. So these are not the results of me picking, though. Well, maybe, but this is like, this is some shit that makes me want to go to the doctor. I think I have to go to the doctor for this. It's like, it looks like nothing, but my skin is usually pretty clean. And my skin is like the rest of my face. I don't know what this is. So this is the start of something. Stop picking at it, because now it's a scar. I took my glasses off. I mean, my contacts off. So now, in case you're wondering, sometimes I look really pretty because I got these fake ass eyeball colors. And then I gotta go in and clean the boogers out my fucking shit. But I've been wearing those contacts for like a week. They're daily disposable. And I'm overdue for a new prescription. Do I get a glasses this year? Or do I go back to contacts? Huh? It reminds me of back when I worked at Louis Brisbois. Before I knew what gang stalking was, I went to an eye doctor's appointment with my scooter, right? I was riding my kick push scooter. And I remember the doctor like saying something, I could leave it, something in the lobby or whatever. And there was a couple there. It was a guy and a girl. I almost want to remember exactly what they were wearing. I think I can picture it in my head. But they had followed me there, and then everybody's talking about not everybody. Back then, it was back when people were telling me that they were using my insurance and shit. So this is part of identity theft and fraud. Those people followed me there and did, like, I think one of them had an eye exam maybe scheduled. But the purpose of their visit was to get my personal information. And that goes back till 2022. I want to say November, no, 21 November, I think, or December was my last eye exam when I worked for that company. Well, was it? Because in September I got new glasses. 22. 24 was it? I don't know. Can't remember. Years getting mixed up now. Either way, I definitely remember, and it reminded me back to like when I would get on the train and there would be like the weird people following me, and now I've associated them all to be proxy stalkers, confidential informants. Because the longer this goes on, the more you realize what it is. Whether they are reporting, what they're doing, they're reporting to a crooked agency. It's not any legitimate shit. They are under the guise of legitimacy. Like, they're really telling them, we're police officers and we'll get rid of your crimes if you get us this many convictions, if you get this person to buy drugs from you, if you get this person to motherfucking do this shit for you. And that's what the confidential informant program is. And I've watched videos, documentaries on it, and it talks about like college kids getting set up with wires. My teeth are so dirty right now, I gotta brush my teeth. Don't look. Confidential informant, college kids getting set up with wires so that they can convict like real big bad hombres, right? That's why I don't mind everybody. If everybody knows I'm a wire, don't do weird shit around me. That's it. Simple as that. That's it. Simple as that. Instead, they're like, we're going to torment you and torture you and make you feel... I don't feel any type of way. I feel like if you're a criminal, your face says it, and everybody around you can feel that energy. And whether they know it or not, what the energy is, the people that need to avoid you will avoid you. The people that are hungry for materialistic possessions, you can manipulate them. Being not materialistic makes things easy, right? So let's talk about this car lease thing, because I went through my comments, and I don't normally do that because I don't care. I'm not on here for clout. I'm not on here looking for. I want to thank the people who are really following, that are really interested. I want to thank anybody that has subscribed as either an unknowing person or also is a targeted individual. But I have a feeling that a majority of my followers, let's say like 150 of the 170 something followers that I have, are my actual stalkers, some of them confidential informants or whatever. And they just like looking at my YouTube, and I think they're kind of figuring out like everything they've been told about me is a lie. Um, and the ones that are most adamant about still performing their duties either have $0 to their name, or they are already convicted criminals or on their way to be convicted criminals, and they are stalking slash harassing me as a means of getting themselves out of trouble, which I can understand to a point. But once you find out that somebody is not a criminal, or you're not ever going to be able to get them to do what it is that you've been set up to do, you made a bad deal. Like, how do you get out of your deal? I don't know how to help you out of your deal. Um, the energy of the people in this building that forced themselves upon me in the hallway to try to fake friend me, uh, that's the type of shit I don't ever deal with. I will stay inside my apartment all day. Okay, you controlled me. I stayed inside and away from you. My nervous system is intact. I'm at peace because I did not have to cross your path, because I saw your funny ass right at the time that I got off of work, and I worked late. Like, there was two incidences that changed what time I was supposed to get off. And the Amazon guy, his timing was based on if I had not been late to work, just a little bit late, started late. Um, that's why it's so important that I start at the right time, because people have to know what time it is that I get off at, right? People have to know what it is that I'm going to be doing. If I think I'm going to go do something after work, they need to know what time to be in the hallway so they can still make their attempts at making me look like a kooky batshit crazy girl. But instead, I just poke my head out the door. Oh, I see the lady that yelled at me and tried to make a scene because I walked past her. So I'm going to stay over here because that bitch is scary. Like, she can't even control herself. Right? Like, she's doing that because she's about to go to jail for big time, for a long time. So leave me out of it. I don't have nothing to do with it. You can have a little conniption fit in the laundry room all you want. You could roll your eyes. You could do whatever. You could play on the camera. I'm not walking on the camera next to you. And if I do, I'm holding up a book and it says gang stalkers against, what does it fucking say? Anti-gang stalkers. Let me look at it so I get it right. Hold on. Anti-Gang Stalking Gang Stalkers Club, a Notebook of Experiences by Margaret Anthony. So there's that. So anytime I see you and you try to like, hey, are you okay? You don't want to look at me? No, I don't want to look at you. I don't want to look at you because you conveniently made your way into the hallway right as I'm leaving my apartment. And it's only like 5, 6, it's like 10 of them probably, maybe more, who live in the building. And it's a fucking batting lineup. It's the same motherfuckers. I stopped keeping track of what days I see you because I realized that you guys have an order. And it's usually if I think or say anything about you, you're the one who's going to be in the hallway next. I don't know what this on my lip is either. And I'm like thinking that these are larvae. It's not a little herpy bump. It's like one specific bump. A couple days ago, I squeezed out, I thought, like a little oil bead. A big old oil bead. And now it's just like, now I didn't share drinks with anybody. If it is a little herpes, this is the herpes that I got. It's the oral herpes or whatever. I don't know. Let's monitor this and watch it grow. I thought it was a pimple, and now it's still there. And it's throwing my skin off, and that's there. And then I got these things right here. And somebody in this building has bacteria air that comes out of their apartment every time they open the door. And I don't know if their bacteria biological warfare is what's causing this shit. Because I have photos as I was going through looking for my different car leases because I wanted to show them to you so you guys could see. Like, you can't lease a car if you don't have credit. You can't lease a car if you don't have a means to pay for it. Um, I have both of those. I don't have good credit, but I have enough credit for the car dealer to be like, we trust you, right? I've returned enough cars to them. This is going to be my, I got 3 WRX and Impreza. So my next car is going to be my 5th Subaru if I get another Subaru, if they're able to do what I want to do, which tells you so much about the brand. I could put those things. I think if they give me the STI, I will put the 5th generation Subaru badges on. I'll order those. Those are free too. Don't worry, I'm not paying money for shit. But I will order the 5th generation Subaru owner because I think that despite the difference in the price of the car, based on my popularity, right? A smart Subaru dealership knows that they're going to sell cars if people see me driving it, right? Because people are like, what the fuck is that bitch doing in that car? Let me go see if I can get it, right? Oh, I hope your shit doesn't turn into a repossession. Subaru has not had to come and get any of their cars back from me. Acura did once, and I can tell you why. Let's talk about it. Irresponsible choices. This is when you want to be social and go out and have friends and drink. I want to say I've explained the Acura that I had repossessed a while ago when you guys came to my apartment looking for the keys. You guys have been obsessed with my cars and finding them and destroying them, damaging them. Because back when I had to have you guys come in here to fix other plumbing issues that I've had, I remember there was one day where 2 plumbers were sent to do the same job. Like, one came in after the other. So I don't know which one's real and which one of you guys was a phony baloney. But I do know that the second set paid extra attention to the Acura keys that was hanging in my bathroom. Like, beyond extra attention. And it was right around the time that I had taken a test drive in the Acura TSX, whatever. So I took a test drive. Oh, it was the Integra. Did I take the Integra? Was it the Integra? It was the Integra, but it wasn't the fast one. And I took it for a test drive, and then I got like 50 comments of people like, this is you? Everybody's so obsessed. They're so mad if I get a new car. Why are you mad if I get a new car? My payment doesn't change. I told you I have no money. So I go into the dealership. If you're wondering for yourself, I take the car that I own, the car that I lease from the dealership. I take it back to the dealership, and I say, I cannot afford an increase in my car payment, but my lease is up. What do I do? And they'll find out a way to get you into another car because their job as a dealer is to sell a fucking car. So even if they have to cut the price $2,000 on yours, somebody else that's a dummy is going to get their car price jacked up $2,000 because they don't know better. And it all evens out in the end. They sell more cars. If you can't afford it, they'll figure it out. When you go, oh, they don't want me to tell you this. I don't know if I want to tell you this because it might change if I could get a car or not. But that down payment, that's like all the money that they get. So that's why they want you to put $4,000 down, because that money goes straight to the dealership, to the fucking people selling you the car. That's the commission. That's money they get to take home. Everything else is part of your car payment. They don't ever get to see that or touch it. So they want to increase their books, but at the same time, they have to move cars off the lot. So either you're going to help put money in their pockets or you're going to solve their problem of moving the car off the lot. I cannot say I could put a bunch of money in their pockets. I can tell you I can afford my car payment and maybe just a little bit more than that if you guys need a down payment, because I understand registration, tax, and licensing. Usually that's all I ever pay is just the licensing. When I got the Impreza, I paid $300. I told them I can't afford any more. I think maybe they got it up to like $300 plus tax when I walked off the lot with that car. On, what was it, when I traded in the blue car for my first WRX, I had an insurance check because somebody crashed into me. I don't know, was it an insurance check? Regardless, the damage that was done was damage through insurance. So took that thing back. I said, I don't really have much, as far as paying for the car, but I'll sign over this insurance check to you and just give me the new car. So there was that. And then trying to think, the last one was just a trade-in. The last one, you guys fucked up my last car. They dinged my credit for it though. So I don't know if it was the dealership or JP Morgan Chase Bank. Because sometimes they come and look at my LinkedIn. Jamie has looked at my LinkedIn, I think. But that's the financier. That's who gave me the car. They want me to keep driving a car because it gets you guys paid. You guys get to harass me and damage things and try to make me look crazy. And you can't do it if I just stay inside all day and crochet. So in order for your network to get paid, they got to see me in another car. And I don't think I know that they understand, because last time I walked out on the car, they said they want a certain amount. I said I can't do that. So what they did is they went to their lot. They almost all car dealerships have a storage lot. So what you see on the dealership lot is not their full inventory. So they went to the lot and they found the exact car that I wanted. Only thing that was different, no, the last one was that car. They ordered that car because they knew my lease was up. And so when I went to the dealership, I said, what do you have? And they showed me everything, and the only comparable car was the car that I was just recently driving. It's a shame that my 11 years of car ownership, I can't recognize that you guys have sprayed that car with some kind of shit. Because I've never driven my car daily. Ever since I've lived here, it's always sat on the street like 2 or 3 days. But the amount of dirt, I looked at the photo that I posted of me driving on the freeway, and the amount of dirt on my car, that is not normal fucking dirt. I have not seen another car that looks like that. It looks literally like mold spore car. So that car, you guys are spraying it with some shit because you think it's gonna make me mad. I don't care. I wouldn't park my car on the street if I gave a shit. If I gave a shit, I will pay $200 a month to park my car somewhere. So I'd rather have $200 to spend on weed or something. So yeah, the dirt on the body of the car, maybe it hurts aerodynamics just like a little bit. Like if the car was smooth, it's gonna cut through the air really nice, but the little dirt's picking up wind on every little texture bump or whatever. So you hurt my 6 seconds by like 0.1, maybe. I don't know. This is so funny. I love sharing this with you. The guy, I don't know, the guy who made all the comments about, but you still got to pay. She's still going to be responsible for the thing. I don't know who he was trying to convince, me or the person. Because me, as a person who's leased now 1, 2, 6 cars, right? Let's go back to my very first car lease. My very first car lease, I was at the Acura dealership, and I went there because they had a used Honda Pilot on their lot. I went to the Acura dealership. First, I wanted to go. There are 2 reasons why I showed up there. I wanted to ask them about the Honda Pilot, and then I wanted to see about a lease. At this point, I didn't really know much more about a lease aside from you get to turn it in. I didn't know any of the contracts or how it works. So, when I started talking to the guy, we eventually got to talking about numbers, I think, somehow, but we still hadn't decided on a car, I want to say. And he said that I was eligible for, oh, no, here's what it was. I saw the Honda Pilot. He showed me a Mazda 6. I cried. I said, I don't want a Mazda. I don't want a Mazda. I came here to an Acura dealership because I saw you had a Honda. And so we went in and we ran the numbers to get the Honda. I think the Honda was like, I can't even remember, just barely over 15,000, maybe 19,000, a little bit, 18,000, something like that. And that was to purchase a car outright. And I said, well, if you can get me financed for 15,000 on that car, what's the deal on a lease? And they said, oh my gosh, I'm so glad you asked. Here's how we do the lease. The lease is you're only paying for the amount of time that you use the car. So if you use a car for 2 years, 3 years, whatever, we're going to set you up with 10,000 mile, 20,000 mile, 15,000 mile, 12,000 mile a year, whatever it is. And that you're basically only paying for mileage if you were to like break down the number. So what they also do for this guy who wants to tell everybody that I have to pay for the damage, is he saying that because he wants you guys to keep damaging my car? I don't have to pay for the damage. Sometimes you don't, because when you lease a car, if you know anything about a lease, if you've ever had a lease, there's these options that they ask you to do, right? And you should always say no to them unless you're a targeted individual that increase your monthly payment. But for like example, on my last car, even though I said no to the options, they added, without me being able to take it off, that increased the price of the car from 40,000 to 42,000, I think. So without me being able to take it off, they added $2,000 protection package. Protection package protects the outside paint and the inside of the car. So all that shit you guys sprayed on my car, it doesn't matter. All the fucking drink you threw on my car, I'm going to put the pictures side by side, and it just creates a pattern of motherfucking torture, terroristic abuse, domestic terrorism. Every time my lease is due for renewal, you guys throw some shit on it. You think that's going to make me want to keep a car? Like I'm going to pay it off so that you guys could really damage it. You guys could wait for the fucking shit to hit the fan and then my engine's going to blow up. I still got to get it serviced. And now I'm on the hook for all of that? No. The second the warranty is up, that shit's going back. Before the warranty's up, because I'm not paying for shit. I'd rather not have a car. Life is simple. Life is simple. There's a lot of you out there that's scared to ride the bus, and you're just sitting at home with no car, no fucking legs to get your ass to the bus stop, and you're just mad about life because you don't fucking take advantage of the stuff that you do have access to. Don't be mad at me for gaining access to something that you can never. You can never, because you don't want to get up out your house. You're too busy playing video games and shit. Right? Pokemon Go, chasing me around town. Walking around, following me around with a box because you're a criminal and you're trying to incriminate me with you. Where's your IMSI? You got an IMSI scanner in that box? Are you scanning my phone? Are you creating a fake cell phone tower for my iPad to connect to so you can look at everything I'm doing, where I'm going, where I'm headed? So I got to carry around a sling bag? Right, once you find out about this shit that you guys could do, I don't put it past anybody. Especially people with a lot of money who stand a chance of getting in a lot of trouble. Right? You didn't spend your whole life, 50 years, 60, 70 years as a motherfucking criminal for a dumb bitch to get you caught up right now. But you did. But you did. And then using money to have little dumbass motherfucking one brain cell drug addicts come follow me around does not do shit for me. You can make it look like I'm one of them just simply by having them in proximity to me, but that doesn't mean that's who I am. Right? So it looks really funny. You got drug addicts all around me, and then I'm going to take out my crochet, or I'm going to get out my Legos, or I'm going to get out my journals, and I'm going to show you, like, hey, as crazy as I look, I'm not them. I'm not the bitch that's banging on the doors, pulling on the door all fucking crazy because is she acting or is she really a drug addict? Richard! Richard! Are those drugs that you're on? Like, you look fucking crazy. And then you stand out front when you're not all fucking high, and then you still look crazy to me. Because the timing, you're standing out front to make it look like we're friends, and I just walk past you and I don't say anything. Richard! I like Richard. Richard came in one night and motherfucking, that was the first time I got to know, I don't know him, but Richard looked like he had a hell of a night. I respect the hustle. Richard got a nice car too. You guys ask him how much he paid for his car, right? And I don't know if I should call Richard a he or a she or a they. That shit's crazy, man. Richard, you're funny though. Because you look like a real man and a real woman, and I don't know. That's crazy to me. I congratulate you. I salute you for still being able to hold on to your manhood and dress up like a woman. That's a salute, motherfucker. Can't nobody else do that? Nobody else does that because everybody else is too fucking subconscious about shit. So, right, like literally, I seen a man walk out, but a woman walk in. It's the same person. Go ahead, Richard. Um, yeah, and your energy's not funny. Like, I don't know if out of all of them, you probably are the realest out of all of them, maybe. And before you, it was Louis Bad Girl, but she got co-adapted by some motherfucking trafficker. Um, right, Louis Bad Girl, her energy got broken. She came here kind of innocent, like trying to see what it's about. She met up with a clout chaser, and that's why I call her Louis Bad Girl, because that seems clout chasey to me. I don't know. Maybe she has a collection of them. Maybe, but it's not a medical device. So that's the difference. Like, I don't know. Maybe that's like gang stalker for trying to make me show out my designer handbags. I don't have any. I have handmade bags that I made myself. I'll call those designer because I am the designer, but I don't need to show off no fucking fancy shit. Right? How funny will it look? Me carrying around a designer bag and my teeth look like this. Bitch, go get your teeth fixed. Why did you spend that money on a bag and you got no teeth? That's stupid. So, yeah, people are so funny. I gotta go make sure my cat's not hanging out in a bathroom.